Roman statesman and philosopher, killed as part of the proscriptions at 63. 283 Catholic Pope Saint Eutychian. 983 Otto II the Red, German King Emperor 973-83, dies at about 28. Italian Pope 1243-54, dies at 58 or 59. In 1279 Bolesław V the Chaste, High Duke of Poland 1243-79, dies at 53. In 1295 Gilbert de Clare, 7th Earl of Hertford, Welsh nobleman who changed his support from Simon de Montfort to Henry Roman III, dies at 52. In 1383 Wenceslaus I, Duke of Luxembourg 1354-83, Duke of Brabant and Limburg 1355-83, dies at 46. In 1498 Alexander Hegius, German humanist and pioneering teacher of Erasmus, and Pope Adrian VI, dies at about 65. In 1649 Charles Garnier, French Jesuit missionary in New France, killed at 43. In 1661 Adriana Nooseman van der Berg, Dutch actress, first to perform professionally in the Netherlands Onvergelijkelijke Ariana at Amsterdam Schouwburg, dies at about 35. Birth date uncertain, c. 1626. In 1672 Richard Bellingham, English-born Massachusetts colonial magistrate b. 1592. In 1683 John Oldham, English satirical poet, dies of smallpox at 30. In 1709 Meindert Hobbema, Dutch landscape painter, known for the Avenue at Middelhanis, dies at 71. In 1723 Jan Santini Aichel, Bohemian Baroque Gothic architect, dies at 46. In 1725 Florent Carton Dancourt, French dramatist and actor Le Chevalier la Mode, dies at 64. In 1775 Charles Saunders, British Admiral, First Lord of the Admiralty, dies at about 60. In 1793 Joseph Bara, French revolutionary b. 1780. In 1811 Ignaz Spangler, composer, dies at 54. In 1815 Michel Ney, French Marshal Waterloo, murdered at 46. British naval officer of HMS Bounty fame, dies at 63. In 1823 Johann Gottlieb Schwencke, German bassoonist, dies at 79. In 1826 John Flaxman, English neoclassical sculptor, tombs at St Paul's Cathedral, dies at 71. In 1829 Johann Christoph Kienlen, German composer, dies at 45. In 1834 Ludwig Schuncke, composer, dies at 23. In 1839 Jan August Vitasek, Bohemian composer working in Prague, dies at 69. In 1842 Thomas Hamilton, Scottish writer b. 1789. In 1860 Konstantin Sergeyevich Aksakov, Russian historian and poet, dies at 43. In 1862 Sylvester Churchill, U.S. Union Brigadier General, dies. In 1867 Rudolf Weil, German pianist and composer, dies at 42. In 1870 Mikhailo Verbitsky, Ukrainian Greek Catholic priest and composer Prostashka, the state anthem of Ukraine, dies at 55. In 1874 Konstantin von Tischendorf, German biblical scholar, rediscovered the Codex Sinaiticus, dies at 69. In 1877 Benjamin Huger, American Major General Confederate Army, dies at 72. In 1879 J.N. Sigurd Esson, Icelandic independence fighter and Icelandic historian, dies at 68. In 1881 Julius Banson, German philosopher tragic as Weltschatz, dies at 51. In 1894 Ferdinand de Lesseps, French diplomat, built Suez Canal, dies at 89. In 1899 Anton de Kontskier and Tony K. Tuskay, Polish-American pianist and composer, Awakening of the Lion, Polish pianist and composer, dies at 82. 1906 Lai Duquesmin, Swiss journalist, recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize b. 1833. In 1909 Whitcomb Judson, American inventor zipper, dies at 63. In 1911 William Griggs, English inventor photochromolithography, dies at 79. In 1912, George Darwin theorized moon was pulled out of Pacific Ocean, dies. In 1913, Jos Marako, Catalan church musician and composer, dies at 78. In 1913, Luigi Orglio di Santo Stefano, Italian Catholic churchman and last surviving Cardinal of Pius Roman IX, dies at 85. In 1917, Ludwig Minkus, Austrian violinist and ballet composer, St. Petersburg Imperial Theatres, 1871-86, La Béaderie, dies at 91. In 1927, Albert Griffiths Young Griffo, Australian boxer world featherweight champion 1890-92, dies of apoplexy at 56. In 1938, Harry Moses, cricketer 6 tests for Australia 1887-95, dies. In 1941, Cecil Forsyth, British composer and musicologist, dies at 71. In 1941, Franklin Van Valkenburg, United States Navy officer, captain of USS Arizona, Medal of Honor recipient, killed in Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor at 53. In 1941, Visato Eder, Japanese Navy Air Service fighter pilot, commander of the Japanese 3rd Air Group, considered the first kamikaze, dies in battle at U.S. Naval Air Station, Kano Bay, Hawaii at 28. In 1941, Herbert C. Jones, United States Navy ensign, Medal of Honor recipient, killed in Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor at 23. In 1941, Mervyn S. Bennion, United States Navy officer, captain of USS West Virginia, WWY veteran, and Medal of Honor recipient, killed in Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor at 54. In 1941, Thomas J. Reeves, United States Navy radioman, Medal of Honor recipient, killed in Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor at 45. In 1946, Sardar Yako, Japanese stage actress B. 1871. In 1947, Nicholas Murray Butler, American philosopher, diplomat, Nobel Peace Prize 1931, educator, Columbia University president, dies at 85. In 1947, Tristan Bernard, French playwright and novelist, dies at 81. In 1948, Godfrey Turner, composer, dies at 35. In 1956, Huntley Gordon, Canadian actor, dies at 77. In 1959, Charlie Hall, English comedic actor, tit for tat, a chump at Oxford, dies at 60. In 1960, Clara Haskell, Swiss pianist B. 1895. In 1962, Kirsten Flagstad, Norwegian soprano Wagner, dies at 67. In 1966, Ward Morehouse, American theatre critic and newspaper columnist, dies at 71. In 1967, House Peters, British silent film actor, This Is the Life, Kansas Territory, dies at 87. In 1969, Eric Portman, English actor, Naked Edge, dies from a heart ailment at 66. In 1969, Hugh Williams, British dramatist, actor and writer, Wuthering Heights, Bank Holiday, dies after surgery at 65. In 1969, Lefty O'Dowd, American baseball HOF left fielder, MLB All-Star, World Series 1933, NL batting champion 1929, 32 NY Yankees, dies at 72. N.